Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Bashan Abashai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. To you I say shalom. Oh, also unto the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I also say shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming with you another lesson in truth. And I was just watching Israeli News Live, and his comment board was on, and it was, and I'm just Salakia was reading the comment board, and there was a lot of women on there. And then his wife began to speak, and his wife said something about the fact that she's going to do a broadcast later and present proofs, and those proofs being that this Insurrection Act indeed has been signed, because mainstream media, now that information passes so quickly, because of we're in the information age, the mainstream media is trying to control information, and basically Reuters and other mainstream medias came out and denied the fact that this Insurrection Act has been signed, but yet you got military movements and blackouts happening in America already. I watched a video where the brother was right now the six southern counties in Minnesota are in darkness, and who knows what other places are in darkness right now. 6 counties. All right, I live in Cook County in Illinois, and to get to DuPage County, the next county over, all right, it's almost an hour drive just to get to DuPage County. All right, so if to go across 6 counties, that's a lot of territory. So, and right now you also have what's her name, Pelosi is asking for so many hundreds of thousands of troops, and plus you got, I know that you have Russian troops or submarines on the East Coast and Chinese on the West Coast. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. All right, and then you had Barack Obama sign that act. I'm trying to remember the name of the act. If my memory fails me on the name of it, but I know that it had something to do with the fact that if there was a insurrection, state of emergency, or anything in America, that NATO troops would be able to come in and have dominion. He signed that into law, and I think, and that's why they're angry with Donald Trump, because they're afraid that he's going to do something to stay in office if he declares a state of emergency or anything of that nature. And then I'm hearing all sorts of things about possible arrest of Biden and many of the Democrats, and it's just a whole lot of mess going on. But nevertheless, Reuters is in denial of it, which is understandable because they want to hide these things. And then also the day of the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night. So that's how he operates. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go to Peter's. This is 2 Peter 3:10, and it reads, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." All right, so they're gonna move in secrecy. They don't want, what's the brother name? I can't believe my memory is really sucking today. The brother that made the revolution should not be televised. That one brother who clearly let you know that Esau was the devil in all his music. Man, it's bothering me that I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, Israeli News Live was talking about these things. Okay, and another thing that bothered me while I was watching it was I'm looking at the comment board, and there was a lot of women on there, and there was one woman on there who kept commenting and called herself God's woman of war, and there is no God's woman of war, right? And then it kept using Jesus, Yeshua, Jehovah, and all these improper names, man. All right, and I was like, let me go ahead and do a quick response to this and see if I can edify the sheep. All right. Because that's what the Lord said. If you love me, feed my sheep. So it's time to feed the sheep, man. I'm going to talk about this very briefly and not go too much into detail. Because the last time I did a video and went really deep into detail, I think that was the first strike that the GMS Maccabean Spearing got. And now it's on the second strike, so I don't want to lose the channel, so I'm just going to use it to repost other brothers and edifying videos and videos that are damaging to Esau Edom, and so it'll be used for that purpose. I was forced to go back on it because what they did to Malcolm, so it's the same thing there on that one. So but nevertheless, so first thing I'm gonna do is attack the name, man. So let's grab, because they were coming up with the wrong name and not using the proper name, and it clearly says that the name of the Lord shall be a strong tower, man. So you actually have to have the proper name, all right, when these times come, because you're calling on Jesus, no one is coming for you, nothing, no chariot's gonna stop, no angel's gonna provide you with shelter, man. But this is Psalms 119 and 104, and it reads, "Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way." So all those names, Jesus, Yeshua, Jehovah, the letter J in itself, those are all false ways, man. All right. And in the 1800s, there was a rabbi named Eliezer ben Yehudi. He was the one that added the vowel points to the Hebrew. And the Hebrew, to modern day Hebrew, is basically Yiddish. It's Yiddish, and it's basically a Slavic German admixture written, all right, in Hebrew characters. So they use Hebrew characters, but they've mixed it in with other languages. And that's that's a definition in that weapon of a dictionary that I have. All right, and many others. That same definition is also in my Oxford dictionary. All right, I have an Oxford dictionary that has that same definition in it. So I have multiple sources, precept upon precept, if you would. But that's what they did, all right, in the 1800s. And here they added the vowel points, the A-E-I-O-U. Everyone remembers that song? A-E-I-O-U. Everybody remembers that song, man. All right, from the 80s. All right, so they added that to it, and that's not proper. All right, that's not the proper name of the Lord. And the letter J was newly created in the 1600s. Stephen Banoon's wife had just mentioned in the video how they teach you false history and they lie about history. Well, then why can't you look up the history about the letter J in the name of the Lord? All right, it's not that difficult to do. We're in the information age. All right, so let's get some precepts to substantiate everything that I just said. All right, let's go to the book of Acts. Actually, no, let's go. We'll make that the last one. Let's go to Zechariah first. Zechariah 3 and 9, or 14 and 9. And it reads, "And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth, and in that day shall there be one Lord, and his name shall be one." So the name of the Father and the Son will be called upon and with one consent, not multiple names. You're not going to be able to just say all these different names and it be okay. And that goes to show you that Christianity is a bunch of mess, because from the Catholic Church to the Seventh Day or Fifth Day Adventists, or whatever they call themselves, everyone in between is calling the Lord by different names. All right. The only people on one accord for the most part are the Hebrew Israelites, and mainly the men of GMS and the men that teach the likewise doctrine. There's not too many groups that come out of One West that don't use the name Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And the truth came into the earth through One West, and even further, the truth was pushed through the men of the Great Millstone and the brothers that teach the likewise doctrine, notably the men of the men of valor and the men of the DTA, and a few other brothers that are out there. All right. So let's grab another precept. Let's go to Zephaniah. All right, and these are for the men of the. This may be deep to some people, but this is basic to the Israelites. This is Zephaniah 3 and 9, and it reads, "For then will I turn to the people a pure language." What language is that? The Hebrew, minus the vowel points, not Yiddish. All right, because if you watch any Jewish movie or any in their language, and you put on a subtitle, all right, when it'll tell you speak in Yiddish. All right, because that's what it is. So they pretty much blended the two together and call them, and it's the same thing. But they'll deny that they're speaking Yiddish when you talk to them. But a lot of the people, they don't even know that. They don't know their own history. If they knew their own history, they wouldn't be claiming to be, you know. But anyway, but yeah, Zephaniah 3:9. Then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent. So it's going to be one name. And what name is that? That's Yahweh. And what is it? That's why Proverbs 30:4 says, what is his name and what is his son's name? If thou can tell. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai? There's no other names that you could call upon. And for the record, by calling on the name of Yahweh Shai, you're worshiping Yahweh by default. That's what it is. All right. Now let's go to Acts, the book of Acts 26 and start at verse 13. And it reads, at the midday, O king, I saw the way of light from heaven above the brightness of the sun, shining round about me and them which journeyed with me. And when all were fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And I said, who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Yahweh Shai. See, it says Jesus in English, but he just told you, all right, that it was spoken in the Hebrew tongue. All right. And proper vowels do not translate. All right. If you're watching the news and they're talking about Donald Trump in any foreign country, any foreign place where they're speaking another language, they'll speak their language. And when they get to the part where they're going to say, and President Donald Trump, they'll say President Donald Trump, or they'll say the name of the professional athlete or actor that they're speaking about. And then they'll go back to speaking their own language. So it was wrong and wicked to translate the Lord's name. His name should have, but you have to understand, they did not want the real people of the Lord saying his name. And it also says that the name is fearful unto the heathen. So the heathen, no, they couldn't teach you. That's why Christianity, colonial plantation Christianity was set up in the first place. All right. So that the Israelites and the scattered Israelites among the heathen would no longer call upon the name of the Lord, because there's power in that name when it's said especially when it's said by the people of the Lord. And look at the conditions of the world ever since the elders of the Great Millstone came on to the internet in 2007. All right, in the summer of 2007, around June. Look at what's happened in the world. I remember it like it was yesterday. All right, because it seemed like it's been a long time. All right, but when the Lord sped up the times, because we got here pretty quickly. And that was a long road. It's been 12 years for me. I mean, 2006, I woke up listening and learning Priest Awam from Priest Awam. And then the elders came on, in the June of 2007. August of 2007, I was on a plane walking around Manhattan trying to find the elders, man, on foot. That's how serious I was. All right. Another six months later, I ended up linking up. I tried to start a camp, and that failed because none of these lanes that I knew were down with Yahweh Bashem I was shy. And then finally, I learned that there was a camp in Chicago, and I went and sought them out and found them. All right, and been with them ever since. And that was like right around the springtime of 2008. Okay. So, and I look back and look how the world has changed and how many things have been exposed and how Babylon is being brought down. Babylon is literally falling now. Why? Because the vibration of the name Yahweh Bashem Shai is being moved throughout the world. Okay. So now real quick, just to straighten up this God of War woman. All right. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel real quick. Just a quick 3 precepts to shut her down. This is Ezekiel 34 and 31. And it reads, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith Yahweh power. All right. So the Lord is dealing with men. The Lord is not dealing with women on that level in that way. That's not the way the Lord operates. Proverbs 8:4. Okay. And it reads, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. It's not to the daughters of Zion, not to the daughters of men. To the daughters, it's to the sons. Okay. Last scripture, Revelation 21:3. And it reads, and I heard a voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God, their power, because that's what that really says. All right. When you see God there, it says power, or sometimes it's plural, powers. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakrak Badash, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.